Hi everyone, how you doing? In this video what we're going to go over are our major bar chords. We're going to go over some of them. Now major with bar chords, they are quite difficult to start off with when you're just learning them. I've had a lot of students coming up to me and asking if there's any easier ways in playing bar chords, or if we can just skip a song. If we're learning a song and a bar chord's in there, they ask me if they can skip it because they can't play it. But there are easier ways to play them, but it is handy to know how to do bar chords. So when you get to certain bar chords, so say your F sharp, you can do like hammer on, so you can do. So that's just a wee bit of Kings of Leon there. So you can do stuff like that with your bar chords, or even if you're wanting to slide up from. That's just a wee example there. So if you want to slide up and you want to use the top 3 strings of the guitar, then you can use that. So it is handy to know how to play bar chords. And in this video we're going to go over some exercises for you just to help get some strength into your fingers, stretch them out a wee bit so that you'll be able to play them without any problem at all. So the first exercise that I'll show you is just going to get our first finger and we're just going to bar the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd fret. Now when you're practicing this, you can pick any fret on the guitar if you want. This is just an example, so we're just going to use the 3rd fret of the guitar. So you're just going to get your first finger and you're going to bar the bottom 2 strings. Now you want to make sure that you've got a lot of pressure on the strings, and what to do once you've got that is just hit the strings individually. And then if you're happy with the sound, if you've got a clear tone, just hit them together, and that's you there. Now make sure that your finger isn't on the actual fret, because if it is, no matter how much pressure you put on the strings, you're always going to get that sound there. So make sure your fingers are avoiding the actual frets, and make sure you've got a lot of pressure on. If you don't have a lot of pressure, you'll get that kind of sound. You'll either get a fuzzy sound or just nothing at all. So just make sure you've got a lot of pressure on the strings and hit them individually, and once you're happy with that, give them a strum and then just move your first finger to bar the bottom 3 strings of the guitar, and you're just going to do the exact same thing again. So you're just going to hit the bottom 3 strings individually and then just strum. Then once you're happy with that, move up to bar 4 strings, then take it on from there. But don't move up 1 string. If you're struggling, say if you get to the 4th string and you're starting to get a lot of that, don't move up to the 5th string until you've got that sound there. Right, so it's just to work on getting a lot of pressure on the strings there for you, and avoid trying to use your middle finger. What I do, I'm guilty of this quite a lot, so are a lot of guitarists to be honest with you, is they'll use their middle finger and they'll put that on the first, they'll put that on the first finger just to help me putting a lot of pressure on. But there are also some bar chords that you can play where your middle finger's being used. So see your G major bar chord, you've not got your middle finger to rely on to put pressure on there, because that's being used on the 3rd string and the 4th fret. So this is a good exercise just to help put strength in your first finger, so you can bar all the strings and get a clear sound. So it will be quite difficult to start off with. Don't worry about it if you're struggling. It's the more you go over it, the easier it will get. But so that's a good practice for you to do just with that. Just start off with the bottom 2 strings, and when you're happy with the sound, just move up 1 string, and you get that there. Okay, and what you can do once you're happy with your first finger barring all 6 strings, once you're happy with that, what we'll do is you get your middle finger and you put that on the 3rd string on the 4th fret, and you're just going to do the exact same again, and that's you there. Right, and as soon as you're happy with that, the next finger we're going to use is our 3rd finger, and you're going to put that on the 5th string on the 5th fret, And again, do the exact same again, so we're going to start from the 6th string all the way down to the 1st. And then once you're happy with that, we'll put our pinky and we'll put that on the 4th string on the 5th fret and start from the 6th string again. And that's our G major bar chord. Now to get the different major bar chords, you're just keeping, if you're starting from barring all 6 strings, if you want to get your A major bar chord, you just keep the same shape, but move up to the 5th fret, and that's your A major. Then you move, if you want your B major, move up to the 7th fret, and that's you there. So you can just keep the same shape, but just move up or down to get certain chords, and that's you for your major bar chords. If you're wanting your minor bar chords, so if you want your G minor for instance, what you're going to be doing is, there's only one difference. So you're going to keep your first finger barring all 6 strings on the 3rd fret. You get your 3rd finger, to go on the 5th string on the 5th fret. Then you get your pinky to go on the 4th string on the 5th fret, and that's you there. And that's your G minor bar chord. Now this is the one where you can use your pinky to help put a bit more pressure on your 1st finger. But if you can, try and avoid using your pinky. So again, it's good exercise just to try and keep the strength of your 1st finger. I'm guilty of doing it as well. If you see yourself doing it, don't worry about it. Everyone does it, even the pros do it. But if you can, try and avoid it, because it helps working, getting some strength in your 1st finger to do the barring. So that's one exercise for you to do, just to help with the strength in your 1st finger. Another exercise to do is to help, it is quite a stretch for your fingers as well. So your 3rd finger and your pinky, it's quite a stretch for them. So a good exercise to do with that is playing your traditional 12 bar blues. So what we can do to start off with that, you're just going to get your 1st finger and you're going to put that on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and you're going to hit the 6th and the 5th string together twice. So you're just going to do, and once you've done that, you get your 3rd finger and you put that on the 5th string and the 4th fret, and you're going to hit that twice as well. And then you can also use your pinky and you can put that on the 5th string and the 5th fret, and take your pinky back off, and that's you there. So that's a good exercise there. So how that should sound with your 12 bar blues is, and that's you there. So try and keep your fingers on the strings when you're doing the 12 bar blues. So again, that's a good exercise for helping kind of stretch your fingers out a wee bit, so covering quite a lot of frets there. To start off with, if you're struggling, don't worry about it if you need to take your fingers off, right, because it is quite a stretch to start off with. But when you feel you're starting to get more confidence in playing that, try and keep your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret, and then that'll be you there. That's a good wee exercise for you as well. One more exercise to help you with a stretch is going over your minor pentatonic scale. Again, I'll just go over one pentatonic scale with this, then I'll have another lesson up as soon as possible. We'll cover more of the pentatonic scale in another video, but I'll quickly go over this one for you. So we'll start off, so you get your 1st finger and you're going to put that on the 6th string on the 5th fret, right, and then once you've done that, you get your pinky and you put that on the 6th string on the 8th fret. Now again, don't worry if at the start you need to lift your finger off when you're going to use your pinky, but what to do after a while, try and keep your 1st finger on the string if you can. Again, that's just good exercise just to help stretch your fingers out a wee bit. So to start off with the A minor pentatonic scale is 1st finger, 6th string, 5th fret, and then your pinky on the 6th string on the 8th fret. Then what we're going to do next is your 1st finger on the 5th string and the 5th fret, Then we're going to use our third finger on the 5th string on the 7th fret. Then on the 4th string, our first finger will be on the 5th fret of the 4th string. And then our third finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Then our first finger on the 3rd string on the 5th fret. Our first finger on the first finger on the 3rd string on the 5th fret. Then our third finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Then our first finger on the 2nd string 5th fret. And then our pinky going on to the 2nd string on the 8th fret. And then on the 1st string, our first finger on the 1st string on the 5th fret. And then our pinky on the 8th fret of the 1st string. So that's your A minor pentatonic scale that we've got there. So I'll go over that one more time for you. So it's on the 6th string 5 8, on the 5th string 5 7, 4th string 5 7, 3rd string 5 7, 2nd string 5 8, and 1st string 5 8. And what to do when you're confident with that, try and work your way back up. So you just go 8 5 8 5 7 5 7 5 7 5 8 5, and that's your minor pentatonic scale there for you. So there are 3 good exercises to help you work and getting the strength in the fingers and to stretch your fingers a wee bit to play your bar chords. So I hope they've been really helpful for you. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to just send me a message on my Facebook page. So it's facebook.com/Eamonn30. Feel free to ask me any questions and I'll have another video up as soon as possible. Right, bye.